and did not buy from Guaranty Trust Bank is 22 minus X. Now, we go ahead to look for, they also said, so here is 22 minus X. Now, they also said that 18 bought from Nigerian Breweries and Guaranty Trust Bank. So the whole of this overlap here, which represent the overlap between Nigerian Breweries and Guaranty Trust Bank, represents that. We are going to look at the question we have here under sets, application of three sets problem. Under this, we have an example. The example says the privatization exercise going on. 100 investors were interested in buying shares from the following: First Bank, represented by F, Nigerian Breweries, represented by N, Guaranty Trust Bank, represented by the letter G. 54 of these investors bought shares from First Bank. 50 bought from Nigerian Breweries. 45 from Guaranty Trust Bank. 22 from First Bank and Nigerian Breweries. 18 from Nigerian Breweries and Guaranty Trust Bank. 15 from First Bank and Guaranty Trust Bank. Now the question says, I illustrate the information in a Venn diagram. How many investors bought shares from A, all the three companies? B, at most 2 of the companies. C, Guaranty Trust Bank and Nigerian Breweries, but not First Bank. Now, we are going to take care of the first question. We are going to illustrate the information in a Venn diagram. In three-state problem, for the Venn diagram for three-state problem will look like this. This is the universal set. The block, the rectangle represents the universal set. Then we have three sets overlapping each other. We have the three sets. This one is F, First Bank. This one is Nigerian Breweries. And this one is Guaranty Trust Bank. Now, we were not told the number of buyers, investors that bought from First Bank, and also at the same time they bought from Nigerian Breweries, at the same time they bought from Guaranty Trust Bank. Now these people are the people we are going to look for their number in IIA. That is how many bought from all the three companies. So let that number of investors be X. In set notation, we can write it in this way: the number of investors that bought from First Bank, Nigerian Breweries, intersection Guaranty Trust Bank. That's F intersection N intersection G. Let it be X because the number is unknown. And the portion of the set that represents that X is the center overlap. That center portion of the three sets, where the three sets come together, that represents the number of people that bought from all the three companies. Now we go ahead to interpret the number of people that bought from two companies at the same time. The number of people that bought from First Bank and Nigerian Breweries is supposed to be, look at that circle, that overlap between F and N. A part of it has been occupied by X. So the remaining parts will be occupied by, look at the number of people that bought from First Bank. 22 bought from First Bank and Nigerian Breweries. So the remaining parts will be occupied by 22 minus the already existing number. That is the number of people that bought from First Bank and Nigerian Breweries but did not buy from Guaranty Trust Bank is 22 minus X. Because the number of people that bought from First Bank and Nigerian Breweries is 22. But the people that bought from that bought from First Bank and Nigerian Breweries and did not buy from Guaranty Trust Bank is 22 minus X. Now, we go ahead to look for, they also said, so here is 22 minus X. Now, they also said that 18 bought from Nigerian Breweries and Guaranty Trust Bank. So the whole of this overlap here, which represents the overlap between Nigerian Breweries and Guaranty Trust Bank, represents that 18. Now, from that 18, we already have X people already represented. So the remaining part of that overlap is now 18 minus X. 18 minus X, which represents in set notation the number that bought from Nigerian Breweries and Guaranty Trust Bank, but did not buy from what? First Bank. That is why the complement is on the F. So we have 18 minus X. All right, now the overlap for First Bank and Guaranty Trust Bank is here, which represents 15. Already X is represented, so the remaining portion of that F and G overlap is now 15 minus X. So the number that bought from First Bank but not from Nigerian Breweries, they bought from First Bank and Guaranty Trust Bank but not from Nigerian Breweries is 15 minus X. Now, we are looking for the remaining portion of the set diagram. For F, already 22 minus X people has bought from here. X persons, number of number of people has already bought from here. 15 minus X number of people have already bought from here. Now, the remaining portion represents those that bought only from First Bank and did not buy from Guaranty Trust Bank, neither from Nigerian Breweries. But the information we have here is that 54 people bought from First Bank. So out of these 54 people, we have taken from that 54 to fill this place here and here. So that means if we must get the number that bought from First Bank only, the complement is on the N and G. If you must get the number that bought from First Bank only, it's going to be 54 minus all this portion inside F. 22 minus X plus 15 minus X. If you add up, you have 22 plus 15 is 37 minus X plus X is 0. So you have 37 minus X, which is 54 minus 37 plus X. And when you subtract, you are going to have 17 plus X. So this portion is 17 plus X. So let's look for Nigerian Breweries. The number that bought from Nigerian Breweries is 50. So to get the number that bought from Nigerian Breweries only, we have 50 minus all the overlap here, which is 22 minus X plus 18 minus X, which is this plus this is 40. So we're having 50 minus 40 plus X, and that is 10 plus X. So here is going to be 10 plus X. Okay. Now I'll go ahead to finish it up here. The number that bought from Guaranty Trust Bank only is going to be, we have 45 bought from Guaranty Trust Bank minus the overlap on G, which is 15 minus X plus 18 minus X which gives us a total of this plus this is 33. Okay, 33 minus 45, 45 minus 33 plus x, that is 12. 12 plus x. Here is 12 plus x. Now we have represented the whole information in a Venn diagram. That takes care of I. Now we go ahead to solve II. I'm going to clean this place. We go ahead to solve II says, find the number of investors that bought from all the three companies. To get the number of investors, that is the value of x. So to get the value of x, we need to add up everything. We need to add up everything and get the value of x. Remember that the number of people in the universal set is 100, the total number of investors. So if I'm adding up, I have 17 plus x plus 10 plus x. Okay, this is BII. Sorry. Did I say BII? AI. Sorry, II. Okay, this plus 12 plus x plus 22 minus x plus 15 minus x plus 18 minus x, and finally we take that plus x. Everything will be equated to 100. Okay, let's add up. We have 17 plus this is 27, 39, 39 we have 59, 61, 61 we have 76, 76 plus 18 we have 4, we have 9. So we have 94. Okay. X plus x is 2x, 3x. Remove from this, so you are left with plus x is equals to 100. Therefore, x is 100 minus 94, and that is 6. So we have 6 investors that bought from all the 3 companies. We right now start from IIB, which says how many investors bought shares from at most 2 of the companies. The word at most means not greater than 2. So we're going to look for the number of investors that bought from 2 companies only. Then the number of investors that bought from 1 company only. That is the 2. So we have the number that bought, this is IIB, the number that bought from 2 companies only will give us, here we have the portion for 2 companies only. Here is being shared between First Bank and Nigerian Breweries. Here, Nigerian Breweries and Guarantee. Here is First Bank and Guarantee. So that will give us 22 minus x plus 15 minus x plus 18 minus x. And we know that our x, the value of x is 6. So we use 6 in place of x. We're going to have 22 minus 6 plus 15 minus 6 plus 18 minus 6. That will give us 16. We have 9 and we have 12, which is a total of 25 plus this, which is 37 investors. That is for people that bought, that 7 investors bought from 2 companies only, two companies only. And then the number that bought from 1 company only is the portion here, bought from F only. The portion here bought from Nigerian Breweries only. The portion here bought from Guarantee Trust Bank only. So we remember that the value of x is equal to 6. So we have 17 plus 6 plus 10 plus 6 plus 12 plus 6. And that is a total of 23, 16, and 18, which gives us, we have 39. 39 plus 18 is 57. We have 57 investors. So therefore, people that bought from at most 2 companies will give us 37 investors plus 57 investors, which is a total of 94 investors. So 94 investors bought from at most 2 companies. Now we go ahead to solve the last one. The last one says, how many investors bought from Nigerian Breweries and Guarantee Trust Bank, but not First Bank? How many investors bought from Guarantee Trust Bank and Nigerian Breweries, but not First Bank? So we have that IIC said in the number that bought from Guarantee Trust Bank and Nigerian Breweries, but not First Bank. That is set notation. The complement is on F, showing that they did not buy from First Bank. And the portion that represents this is where we have an overlap between Nigerian Breweries and Guarantee Trust Bank. That is here. And no overlap on F. So the answer is 18 minus X, which is 18 minus 6, and that is 12 investors. So that's that.